Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is JM Saborito and CFB CDO. So basically I'm going to have a deck profile of my deck, which is a Narukami deck. So my starter is Ambush Dragon Eradicator Linju. So yeah, this is a good starter because the effect is Counterblast 1. Put this unit into your soul. When an attack hits a vanguard during the battle that this unit boosted a unit with Eradicator in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's grade 1 or less rearguards and retire it. So basically, this is a good starter if you're dealing with annoying starters, your opponents. And basically, a fast retire ring of grade 1 if your opponents have annoying boosters. So yeah, it's a good starter. And for my deck, my G3 lineup, so I run 3 break rides. So yeah, 3 break rides. I run 3 because this break ride is just plus 10k and 1 retire. So yeah, it's a bit powerful for now, for my build now, because I could easily retire 1 front row of my opponent, 1 rear guard of my front row of my opponent. So yeah, this is a good card, but it's not that powerful enough. So yeah, so I need this to boost up the numbers for my vanguard when attacking, so that he will be pressured to guard a perfect guard or many grade zeros and 10k shields. So next, to reverse. Yeah, I like this card a lot because I just run 2 because it's just a early control of in the mid game where you retire opponents. Its effect is limit break, counterblast 2, and choose 2 of your rear guards with Eradicator in its card name and lock them. So I choose 2 of my Eradicator rear guards and lock them. And yeah, and my opponent gets to choose 2 of her own rear guards and retire them, and this unit gets plus 10k. And yeah, and it has an effect if you have a card named Eradicator Vowing Sword Dragon in your soul, this unit gets plus 2000. So it's a cross ride. If I ride this Eradicator and break ride, I get to retire 1. So yeah, the effect of break ride is when another Narukami rides this unit, that unit gets plus 10,000. So plus 10,000 of break ride, and I get to retire 1 of his or her guards in the front row. Then I activate limit break. The effect is counterblast 2. Then I get to retire another 2. So yeah, even though he or she chooses to retire 2, it's a -3 gap on his field, so yeah, it's a powerful card. So yeah, 2 of Vowing Sword Dragon Reverse. Next is 2 EDDs. Yeah, I run 2 because Vowing Sword is a powerful card, but this is a good finisher. This is a good finishing card. Vowing Sword, yeah, is good, but if you go for the finish, Eradicator Dragonic Descendant is a good finishing card because it gets to, when its effect is choose 3 cards, counterblast 1, choose 3 cards with Eradicator in its card name from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attack, if the attack did not hit during the battle, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit, and this unit gets plus 1 crit until the end of turn. This ability cannot be used for the rest of that turn. Yeah, it's a good finishing move because when you ride this at late game, your opponent will have, I say, 4 or 5 damage. So he or she will be pressured if she will guard or not. And It's a pressure because if he doesn't guard and I hit and I check a critical trigger, so and he has 4 or 5 damage, so he uh, he or she's gonna pay. But if he guards and my attack doesn't go through, I can stand this unit again and it gets a +1 critical. So yeah, it's a good pressure for late game. And yeah, I run one, the fighter's collection of Eradicator Twin Thunder Dragon. I run this unit as a silver bullet for my deck. If I get into situations where I need to retire all of his rear guards and I don't have any rear guards in my field, I can use this card if I am at a disadvantage or I get pinned down at any situations that it's not on my favor. So yeah, this could be, I could use this card as a turnaround trump card or wild card as they first say. And yeah, it's a good card because it's the effect is very costly, but yeah, it's still a good one. It's better than Tempest Bolt. So its effect is counterblast 2. Choose 3 of your cards. Choose 3 cards with Eradicator in its card name from your hand and discard them. Retire all regards of all fighters, so including mine and my opponent's regards, so all fighters. If the number of cards retired by this effect is 3 or more, this unit gets +2 credit to the end of the turn. So it's really a good pressure. Well, you can counter this with, or say, rear guards. Yeah, rear perfect guards. No rear guards, perfect guards or a big card. But yeah, +3,000 every retired card from your opponent. So yeah, it's a good card. And that's for my grade 2 lineup. A grade 2. So yeah, I run 4. Basically, yeah, 4. Fiendish Sword Eradicator Cho. Yeah, I run 4 of this because yeah, it's a good card. So the effect is choose one of your rear guards with Eradicator in its card name and put it in your soul. When this unit is placed on your vanguard or rear guard, if you have a Narukami vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row and retire it. So basically, I use this card to retire all of my opponent's rear guards in early game. Yeah, to complete the cross ride. See, if my rear guards is like this, some situation if I ride first bowing sword and I need to be defensive, and yeah, and I have in my hand I got this late, so I ride first bowing saber dragon reverse before bowing sword. So I need to put bowing sword into the soul, so this gets +3 +2,000, so it will be 13. So I put bowing sword in any place or any rear guard, in any rear guard circle, or here, I put it here or on the side, and I put show. The effect of show is choose one of your rear guards with Eradicator and card and put in soul. So I choose bowing sword, so it's put in the soul and it gets +2,000 in 2,000 power, so it's become 13k. So yeah, it's become more defensive and I get to retire one, so it's a equal advantage, -1 from opponent, -1, but it gets power up. So yeah, that's the purpose. That's why I run 4 of these. 4 of Cho, Fiendish Sword Eradicator Cho. 4. And next is I run 4 Choki beaters or Choki hitters. Eradicator, Sparkling Dragon. Yeah, this is a strong card. This is a strong card because this could hit 11k 11k vanguards. So you can actually give them up. You can actually hit, instead of 9k, it becomes plus. It gains 3000 power if I have an Eradicator Vanguard. Yeah, so it's a good card, and it could hit really big numbers if boosted. So yeah, for 12k hitters. Next is 3 homing Eradicator, Roshishin. I run 3 because my friend said that you play Vanguard not to survive but to kill. So yeah, I run 3 of this because this gains a heck of a lot of power. When its effect is when your opponent's rear guard is put into the drop zone due to an effect of one of your cards. If you have a Vanguard with Eradicator in its card name, this unit gets 5,000 until the end of turn. So yeah, I have a number of cards that are great in retiring. First is Cho-Oh, then I got Bowing Saber Eradicator Reverse, and I got the Break Ride Bowing Sword Dragon. So it's basically, my deck is pretty much on a control type retiring, so it's a very explosive one. And yeah, I use this to hit on big numbers. This could go 31,000 or even higher if this unit is put in a proper timing of the effect of my cards. So yeah, 3 homing Eradicator Roshishin. Next is for my G1 build or grade 1 builds. I got 2 Ceremonial Bonfire Eradicator Caster. Yeah, its effect is, yeah, choose one of your card from your hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on a rearguard circle, if you have a Narukami Vanguard, and the number of rearguards your opponent has is 2 or less, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw cards. So yeah, it's basically discard and draw. If you have many unwanted cards in your hand, you can play this early game. Put them, discard 1 card, put this in the rear guard, and discard and draw again if you have unwanted cards. So yeah, I run 2 because yeah, I just needed to up the power of my hands, because basically this Narukami is not prone to like Shadow Paladin, so as many tutors, or I say call from the deck. So yeah, I need this card to up my power for my next attacks, and to up the power of my cards. And next is for Steel Blood Eradicator Shuki. I run 4 of these because yeah, it's a great combo for this Shishin. Yeah, its effect is when your opponent's rear guard is put to the drop zone due to an effect from one of your cards. If you have a Vanguard with Eradicator in its card name, this unit gets plus 3,000 until the end of turn. So yeah, it's basically when pair up with Roshishin in one column, and I have a Vanguard with let's say Bowing Sword. Bowing Saber, sorry, Bowing Saber. And yeah, this is in the side column. Then when the effect of Bowing Sword is Counter Blast 2, and I lock 2 of my rear guards. After I lock 2 of my rear guards, my opponent chooses 2 rear guards to retire. So yeah, the effect then is plus 5 for each retire for Roshishin, and plus 3 for each retire for my opponent for Shuki. So this gains plus 10,000 power, this gains plus 6. So yeah, 18 plus 13 is, let me say, 31. So this column could go 31k. 31k to your Vanguard. Yeah. Well, that's a big number for any rear guards. 31k. Wow. That's a very explosive number for this combo. So yeah, that's why I run 4 of this. So I could make sure that I could make a 31 column anytime I want. That's why I run 3. And yeah, it's combo for this and this. That's why. And next is for 10k heater. Well, basically I just put this so that it could hit 10Ks, 10K vanillas or 10K Vanguard if there's any, if my opponent has any. But on the upcoming box there, I would rather replace this with limit break enablers. What you so called is you can activate limit break if you have 3 damage. That's a much better card than this. But for now, I am using this to up my power. This is a good booster, 7k. And if I have an Eradicator Vanguard, and this unit attacks, so this gets plus 3000, so it's a 10k hitter, and it's a good card. So for upping power, for pressure in early game, yeah, if you have this lineup, if you can have this lineup 10k, then in early game, let's say if you have this lineup, yeah, it's a good pressure. So I attack first 10, so yeah, if I have all G1, then 12, then 17, so yeah, it's a very good card for rush games if I have this on my hand. Next is 4 perfect guards, yeah. Eradicator to be exact, because I have a non-eradicator. Previously I used non-eradicator gold, but the tendency is if I ride Descendant and I need to activate Descendant's effect to stand, then my drive check would not be an eradicator. And yeah, if I have this and 1 gold is not eradicator and I have another eradicator, so my so Eradicator, Draconic Descendant cannot stand. So yeah, it's preferable to have 4 Eradicator perfect guards and Eradicator units, so that this card could stand and could make its effect. So yeah, it's very fearsome card, Eradicator, Draconic Descendant. And for my trigger lineups, I have 7 crits. Yeah, understandable. 7 crits. 7, so that I could easily power up my force. So that, yeah, basically 7, because it's just so to up the damage for my opponent and more pressure. And yeah, I run 7, then I run 5 draws. Yeah, 5, because like I said, Narukami clan is not prone to like Shadow It doesn't have any effects like Shadow or Royal or anything Gold Paladins. The Paladins effect that call from the deck or tutoring. So yeah, I need draw triggers. If I can, if needed, this would be 6, but yeah, I just run 5 so that I can get 4 heals, so that my deck would be safe. And lastly, yeah, 4 heals. 4 heal triggers. So yeah, that's it for my duck profile for my Narukami, and see you all next time. Thank you.